Greetings, welcome. WRENCHOMAN5000 has aged. When we last left our hero, he was living in Alexandra. Freshly renovated a property. He has since moved to Dunedin, moved to Queenstown, moved to Cromwell, got married, sold the WRENCHOMAN5000 house. It's been gone, bought a different house, got a dog. But as far as doing things up and renovating things, inside of him has laid dormant for a long time. Alright, so instead of houses, because as you may know, the New Zealand housing market is just gone, I've decided to turn my attention towards cars. I used to own a Lexus IS350. I used to own a manual Legacy 3.0R, which is important. Before that I owned a Outback 3.0R. I owned a Safiro for a while, which was a 2-litre V6 with a 5-speed manual, and just clapped, utterly clapped. And I had a massive Fusion woofer box in the back. That was great. But anyway, so the fate has changed over the years, and I sort of went away from the old Japanese cars and went to the Euros for a while. Had myself a Mark 6 Golf R, which was sensational until it wasn't. I had a Mark 4 V5, which I still have. I had the intention of getting it back on the road. And it's now sitting over there. And I won't repair that. But I will autocross it, so that's cool. And the daily driver, which is over there, which is a Mark 7 Golf R, which has been kept completely stock. So the fleet's been varied over the years, but what I've always wanted is a project car, and what I've also lamented is the fact that I've sold every EZ 30-pound Legacy that I've owned, because they're a phenomenal engine, great sounds, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I've always wanted another one. So the right one recently came up in Marketplace, and this is the beginning of what I hope will be a series of build videos as I slowly renovate this amazing Legacy that some keen-eyed individuals can see behind me. So let's have a look. So yeah, so this is the Legacy that you all, well not you all, but 3 of you said, oh, if I can do a series, so I guess we'll try. But yeah, this is it. This is the car as it stands. So the facts I know about it are it's a 3-litre, it's 5-speed auto, it's a Japanese import in 2019, had about 100,000 Ks back then. It's had 4 owners, I'm pretty sure. Currently not warranted or registered, but I think once it has a warrant, it is able to be registered. So we'll see what happens. So the obvious stuff I've identified that it needs a fix on is the headlight, either ballast or bulb needs replaced. The classic H6, this like expansion chamber tank thing pre the throttle body always gets a split down the middle, and it's got that. So let's start by doing an interior tour, because baby, she clapped, she clickety apped. We've got a wee trim cover in there. This is all dirty to hell, dirty to hell. So then we've got in the front here, we've got just dirty. It's mostly dirty, I think. We've got a glove box full of stuff. We've got some more things in here. What have we got in here? We've got a wrapper for a lolly. Oh, you know that's a 10mm. Barco, a Barco 10mm. It's my lucky day. And then we also have this. A fart blaster.
Warning, dangerous gases emitted. Keep clear.
We have, what else we got in here? Oh, I've got a spare key, which I guarantee you is not connected to the car. You ready for this? Ooh. Yeah, didn't think so. We've got a bolt. Got a bit of nonsense. We have, we've got a whole bunch of junk in there. Oh, well that's probably their keys. or something, I would... Maybe we need to be giving these things back to these people. Yeah, they just gave it to me like this. They just were like, yep, here's the car. And I was like, okay, it's still full of your shit, but okay. They weren't even home when I picked it up. And the piece de resistance is in the boot. So you may think, oh, that's just a box, a MORE bike box. No, you would be sorely mistaken. Is that another Barco socket? This is another 10 mil. I'm gonna shit myself. Oh, Barco, come on, baby, be good to me. 110. A 3/8 and a quarter size Barco 10 mil, baby. I'm drowning in 10 mils. That could be a good or a bad sign, though. No, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. But yes, so what's in here will be for me to know and for you to find out very shortly. Let's go pull it on out and just discover what we have. It's another door. It's another door. It's another door. That's not the right colour, but it's close, but it's not. Anyway, so the goal is to do this thing up, replace the door, fix the window stuff, figure out what's wrong underneath it, just in general give it a good tidy. So feel free to join, follow, and watch this build as it slowly takes place. A first cab off the rank will be a good power wash, or water blasting, because I'm not American. As per usual in fixing car and things land, things don't always go to plan, so the connector that connects the hose to the handle on the water blaster broke. Picture on the screen now, absolute piece of shit little yellow connector, so I had to create myself a new one, mate. Hopefully it works. It kind of fit before, but I'll give it a wee test and see. Well, success, I think. The prongs aren't quite long enough, but I can always increase the length of them quite easily. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And the wee screw, oh my god, this camera, is so I can pull it out easier. But yeah, give it a crack now. So after a power wash, she's a little bit cleaner, I will say for sure, but still needing some TLC. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. Lots of cobwebs, lots of like fruit stains and shit like that. But like the paint itself is pretty cack. But with a proper clean and like a clay bar and a ceramic, like a lot of this will come up good. But yeah, stoked. Let's put it into the garage and begin some mechanical investigation. So this is the shed, by the way. We've got the hoist there, which we've got all my tools laid out. And we've got a naming and bagging station for all the fasteners and shit that come off, because if the Mark IV could talk, it would tell you about all the aspirations I had with keeping it in one piece and how it is not the case. And yeah, so anyway, the other projects we've got going on at the moment, which I will get to at some point, is this is all Volkswagen stuff. So this is just servicing. It's a DSG servicing kit when the time comes. This is all old intaking and piping and stuff, and then old intercooler up there. This is a Helix subwoofer, so I'll make a video on that at some point. That installs directly into the Golf. So that's a project at some point. But yeah, so I was thinking maybe before I put it in the garage and do the oil and stuff, I was thinking I might clean the interior and do another time lapse. I know I just did a time lapse, but I want to give it at least a lux, so it's a little bit tidier before I because I'm going to take everything out and do it properly, but maybe just a wee lux while it's outside. I think that's what I'll do. One of the cool things about Japanese cars is oftentimes you find sometimes they have extra goodies. So part of my plan was to maybe upgrade the speakers in this. If we look under here, we have an Audio Technica high-low converter. So we can get some fucking extra juice out of this because it's just converting nothing currently, I assume. And maybe we can run a sub or another amp and then a sub, or just power the speakers better. But anyway, very cool. I should have actually stayed recording because I cleaned out the rear too, because man, there's just so much crap in there. But look at this for a feature. Come in here and you're like, oh, I want to put my bike on my snowboard or something. Ready for this? I haven't seen this before. Oh! Oh! Alright, so the car is clean, cleaner than it was at least. So the next step is to go through basically everything we took out of the car, see what I need to get back to the owners, see what's interesting, and see what was maybe unexpected to find in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lay everything out in 3 piles. So least interesting, a little bit interesting, and very interesting / unexpected. So let's do that now. Yeah, this one's kind of generic, doesn't really count. So it's Hopebaru stuff, like the little tool bag, the Japanese plate-sized plate holder, which is quite cool. Then on the right, we have some tools and bits and bobs, brackets and little clips, stuff like that. So that was probably the least interesting / maybe most expected. This is a pile of straight trash. So receipts, an old book from 2022, business cards, just junk. That's for all you fucking newbie fucking phone and GoPro and shit filmers out there, or even DSLRs. Your lights flicker at 50 Hertz and the camera shutter wants to flicker at 50 Hertz. If you change that to 90 or even 60, it's out of sync and your shutter on your camera, even though it's electronic, isn't in sync with the lights, and so they pulse. But if you change it from, let's say, this is essentially 60 frames to 50 frames, wow. I mean, yeah, it's shutter, so it's not frames, but anyway. Now for the medium pile. We have some interesting things. We have our chains, which is good to know. If you ever go up and you get stuck, we know we can get out, which is cool. We have an ice scraper, which I love these, they're awesome. We have some organic cotton. So we have a vapist previous owner at some stage, but everyone fucking vapes these days. We have the fart. What was that? I thought the alarm at the start when it went, I thought it was the fucking, either the guy going, or the guy going, when he's fucking coming in that one video. Anyway, we've got the Pazload Bauer stick for a nail gun, I assume. So the last guy was a builder, obviously. We have a spare key, which I don't know if it, well, I know it doesn't work, but it could just be a battery. If not, we have a key, and we have computers, and we have brains, so there's a good chance we can reprogram this. More often than not, a secondary key can be programmed if you have a primary key that is cloned to each other. So we'll give it a crack at some point. We have a BCITO card, so if you want to know area, volume, and Pythagoras theorem, you can learn it, or you can just know it. Oh, this is the fucking, this is the mount for the vacuum vision. Interesting, yeah, so that's the medium interesting pile, and now we'll move on to the most interesting pile. Yeah, kind of a weird one, and we'll maybe learn more about the car as we go on. So, I mean, this is just for me. Bubbles, because what the fuck? Quite interesting. You don't normally find bubbles in cars. We've already seen this earlier, but yeah, antibiotics. You probably need these, I suppose. The card from before, the toll card, which is really cool. I like little Japanese keepsakes like that. We have, I'll move the most interesting one out of the way. We have a score sheet for a Gammo score sheet. So Gammo typically make air rifles. Yeah, they're bigger than air rifle holes, and they look a little bit burnt. So I dare say 22 probably, knowing most people. Now, this one's quite interesting because what we have here is a bit of a history on the transmission of this car. Now, the owner did his best to tell me about what this actually was, but now I have the full story. So, a common issue on these transmissions is the speed sensor can fuck out. Most shops will just tell you new transmission, but this guy took the valve body out, replaced the speed sensor, put new fluid in, and breathed some more life to the tune of $1,000, which is great because it means I don't have to redo the fluid because it was done 117. So that was, what's that, 26,000 Ks ago? Because at 143 now. So 26,000 Ks and 6 years, fresh fluid. I full synthetic fluid. I will take that. That's a huge win, and one less job we have to do. So yeah, bit of a guru whoever did this, because it's known to be an issue and most people just replace the box. Now the last thing on the list, and what I will hopefully be able to put images up of later, and the most interesting thing in the car, is a card reader. Now CFast cards come in quite decent cameras because they have really fast read-write speeds. So this is sort of like your primary card you'd have in like high-end Sonys and stuff from back in the day. People do still use them, but SD cards are quite good these days too. These aren't that fast, but that's not to say they couldn't have been used for video once upon a time. So I'm really intrigued to see what's on these, mainly for the fact that one of them was up front, two of them were in the boot, behind one of the covers, like snaked away. Like I had to reach down in this like little cubby hole and like skewer my hand in there and like fish it down and be like, oh. Alright, so Project Legacy can officially begin. But yeah, it's going to be the first time seeing underneath the car. But yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll go and have a quick look, drop the oil, and then call it a day. But yes, let's get this baby up in the air. There she is. So I think I am going to drain the oil tonight, but what I'm probably going to do is take the wheels off first. And then just check and inspect all the suspension. Lucky for me, it is just listed as a Legacy, but it has the Bilstein suspension, which is cool, the Spec B suspension, so you can tell that by the yellow struts. Genuinely, probably, if I can get a good set, sure, like some new ones, but I'll probably just get some KYB non-Bilsteins, and just because they're cheaper, and you can get them for like $100 a corner sort of thing. Well, maybe not 100, but cheaper anyway than Bilsteins. Bilsteins would be cool. We'll see, I don't know. It's how much you spend on the fucking thing. I just need, yeah, I don't know, anyway. So that's wheels off, then under the car, and we'll carry on. Oh my god. I'll never claim to be the strongest guy in the world, but I'm certainly not the weakest, and that one on the front left was, the wheel bolt should be 120 Newton meters. I'd be fucking surprised if it was anything less than 200. That was insane. And then one kind of went ping as well, so I'm hoping, you never know. Use cars, man. Buy them. Buy them now. Another good thing you can do while taking off wheel bolts, normally you meant to do them, wheel bolts or not, sorry, normally you meant to do them on the ground, just loosen them off and then take them off when you're in the air. But if you are like me and you're an idiot, and you forget to do that because it's late, a thing you can do to check the brake lights work as well is to get a piece of wood or 4x2 and just wedge it in between the seat and the brake. So you can then use the seat and then make sure that you've just got enough. And then, oh cool, do my brakes work? Sweet. Oh, do my wheels move? Absolutely not. Yeah, not the way to do it, but it's a way to do it. And finally, the grand reveal, ladies and gentlemen, there she is, the legendary, absolutely legendary Subaru Boxer H6 EZ30D. Technically, people call it the EZ30R because the EZ30D was the first one in the generation. This is the most prized possession of a lot of Subaru owners is the H6. They had an EZ36D, which was a 3.6 litre, which came in the Tribeca. Oh, shit! We're only going to say the T word once here because, oh, fuck, what a mistake. But yeah, so there she is. The beautiful reason we've even got this fucking car is because she's a humdinger. So I want to maybe go over the fundamentals of oil changes just quickly, not to be patronizing, just pure knowledge if someone's watching this. I think I'll become more confident in just saying things as this goes on, but I don't want to come off as pretentious. But anyway, so get your car up to temperature, go for a drive. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. get it back home, get it up where you're going to do your job, so on a ramp or on a lift or on the ground, and wait. You've just got to wait till it's not as hot to the touch, so you don't burn yourself, and also give a chance for the oil that's in the top of the engine and the cylinder heads, or in this case, the sides of the engine, to seep down into the oil pan, because you want to drain out as much as possible. So let gravity and heat do its thing with the oil that's in there, and then when you're ready to get started, like I am now, you want to remove the oil cap to allow the flow to actually come out of the bottom of the pan easier, because the entire system now has a source of air to replace the liquid as it's coming out and creating a vacuum effect. I think it's a vacuum effect. But yeah, take this off and your oil will run freely. Down my face without my arm, under the sunlight. All right, you fucks. Let's have a look. See, doodler. So, as we approach under the car, we see a number of things. We have here the oil filter, the oil cooler, the sump, and then just the rest of the engine. These are the headers. So, first thing I've noticed, this side, rocker cover gasket leaking, because there's just a little bit of weepage, but I wouldn't say that's severe at all, that's mild. But you compare it to the other side, where it's bone dry, which is amazing. Yeah, so we've got the sump, which has a little bit of juice on it, which is fine. And then, yeah, the oil cooler, but the gasket in there is known to fail, and I had this on every other EZ30 I've owned. Just, the thing is, replace it, or just keep an eye on your oil. But yeah, so other things I've noticed, we have a split steering rack boot. So hopefully that's not a fucked steering rack. It does feel a bit hoey in the steering, but that is enough to fail it off. So I've got to fix that up, which is cool. It's all good. The other side looks, oh, I've got the light in the bad way, looks minter, so that's good. Outer CV boot on this side's great. Inner, not so great, but again, fixable. And then on this side, outer CV boot looks mint. Inner CV boot, good to go. So currently, from what I can tell, we're looking at potentially a rocker cover gasket, a oil cooler O-ring, an inner rack boot kit, and an inner CV boot kit, or an axle boot kit, whatever you want to call it. So not too bad, but you know, you probably land all that stuff for maybe $150, maybe $200. But yeah, pretty happy, to be honest, pretty happy. So we'll get started, we'll drain this oil out of there, and then probably call it a day, to be honest. I want to say this is a 17. You know he's only gonna fucking done it. Yay! Oh, she's ready, baby. Whoa! She's a thirsty girl. I mean, look, not bad. I've had worse. I must say, Volkswagen and BMW and those ones who have gone to a cartridge style where you just go beep boop, legends. Because fuck me. This is where you get oily. Now, if you're a fucking man's man, you can normally just fucking wet. Well, you can't normally, but it's possible to just rip these off by hand. So let's give that a go. That was a head rush. Oh, man, that's on there. Hoo-wee. All right, we're gonna need physics. We're gonna need physics. That's okay. You know what? We're not gonna use fucking physics at all. We're gonna get him. Oh, man. All right. Oh. You know what? I think it's going. Well, that was a bit of a blue ball ending. Yeah, I couldn't find Dad's bloody oil filter removal tool. I know I have one at home, I'm pretty sure. So I'll do that tomorrow, but you won't know that it's tomorrow because you're just gonna get videos. But this was day one. So thank you if you've made it this far. Probably gonna be quite a long video, I assume, based on how long it's taken to do things, but I might fine tune it going forward. Anyway, we'll see. Thanks for watching, and yeah, Project Legacy. Oh yeah, I also need a name for the project. Everyone's like, oh, Project Porsche, Project fucking... You know what we're gonna call it? Project... No. I was gonna call it Project Raptor, because Raptor make headers for these, and they're only 400 bucks, so I'm probably gonna get some. But that's cheesy, because it's fucking cliche as fuck. So we're gonna call it Project, yeah, just let me know. What do you think it should be called? Project what? And I will see you on the next video if I make one. Bye.